So, Morbius. That was shit. This review will just basically be me shitting on the movie, but with a few sprinkles on top. Before I go into it, my name is Amanamaz, and please leave a like and subscribe, it will be greatly appreciated. Now, everything you hear about Morbius on the internet is pretty much true. Hell, even the director spoiled the end credit scene days before the film came out. Like, who the fuck does that? And all the interesting bits from the trailer are not in the movie, like the Oscorp building, the Spider-Man murderer graffiti, and the bits with Vulture, though they changed that a bit. Or the worst, I might add. They pretty much clickbaited you to watch this movie. Most of the characters, if not all, were just uninteresting. Jared Leto and Matt Smith did try their best, but that's not enough. I like the interactions between them, but even then there were times where it just felt cringy or cheesy. The FBI did nothing all movie. All they did was go from dead body to dead body and say all that person's blood was drained, and that's it. Though one guy had a somewhat funny moment with holy water. He was alright, somewhat charismatic, but he didn't have enough to do. The plot was just predictable from the beginning, and it feels like a film that should have came out 20 years ago when comic book movies weren't that good. I'm talking like Daredevil and Elektra. The worst part of the movie was the action, like you couldn't see a thing. Throughout the movie they show echolocation with waves, which was fine when he was standing still or when not much is happening, but it happened during the action sequences, so you could hear what happened but not see the action itself. It really blue balls you. Forget I said that because this movie is so bad that it doesn't even get to the blue balls stage. I could see the potential for a good story too. The doctor becoming a bad guy trying to find a cure for his illness, but the cure is worse than the disease. It had the potential, but it didn't really land. Like, it landed, but broke both of its legs on the fall. There was this one good shot where blood splattered onto the screen as if the camera was there. I like that. I am really clutching at straws here. I suppose the main good thing about this movie was that it was pretty quick. It barely felt an hour. This film, I think, had a lot of underrated potential. It could have been a really good superhero horror film, something that we haven't really seen before, but it just falls on its face. It should have gone rated R, just go balls deep into the gore, the blood and the horror, and it shied away from that. The filters made the blood not even look red but black. I somewhat feel bad for Jared Leto, as he has been in the worst DC movie with the Suicide Squad in 2016, and now the worst Marvel movie in a very long time. I don't think Sony have made a really good live-action Spider-Man related film since The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I know Venom 2 was a considerable improvement, but even then it wasn't well received in general, even though I enjoyed it. You can tell that Disney Marvel want to keep as far away from Sony as much as possible, but they can't because they want Spider-Man. Overall, I didn't like the film that much. It wasn't even so bad that it was entertaining, it was just dull, and I wouldn't recommend that you watch this. I watched it with an unlimited card and feel like I've wasted money. I promise I am not jumping on the bandwagon on hating on this film. It is just that bad. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a 2.5 out of 10. I'm sorry if you enjoyed this film, because I did find it really disappointing. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you like my review, or shitting on in this case of Morbius. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow with Sonic the Hedgehog 2.